Okay, we're live. I think. Come on. Princess half asleep. Princess, I woke you up, didn't I? I woke up, Princess. I'm just going to take my time on this walk. I want to make this live about Priscilla. Let's just give you guys a chance to join me. Oh, let me make sure that we are. Hang on. Let me just make sure we're not going to lose signal. I think we're okay. No. Okay, that's better. I was just checking that we're not going to lose signal. How we going, guys? So we've had an interesting day. Again, obviously, there's always drama at Defending Elvis Presley. We're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. So if you're new to this channel, we do light-hearted Elvis topics, and we discuss each other's eating habits. We discuss each other's health and diet. We want to live longer and live healthier. We want to come off medications. We want to lose weight. So Elvis Presley Fan on Keto isn't just Elvis, it's also health. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Our other channel is Defending Elvis Presley, which is can be very serious. Hi Debbie. So let's see, I think we had over 40 people on the last live stream. Hi Lorna. So I think I did Lorna, I think I did do okay with your short that you sent me. I tried to sort of give a balanced view on Priscilla's wrongdoing. I did manage to get that email in that you mentioned that was sent to Sofia Coppola, basically saying that the film didn't represent her father in a good light, but did it? So I'm glad I managed to find that and read it because you reminded me to. Hi Karen. So the dogs are happy. Oh, thanks Lorna. It was a bit of a rush live, but I do think we got there in the end, didn't we? Let's see what the dog looks. Ella and Princess. Ella is nearly 13. Princess is 16. Unfortunately, Ella is the poorly one. The younger one, it's mother and daughter, yeah? The dogs, they're Jack Russells. Ella isn't very well. How are you, Linda, today? Are you okay? So I wonder how many will join us at Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. Obviously, we've had quite a lot joining us on our live streams today. Obviously, we've been discussing EP Fan Archive and Elvis A to Z and a little bit Shauna. And we've been discussing the trolls. Hi, Frederick. Frederick, New York, New York. A wonderful place. You're not at McDonald's in New York today then, Frederick? Isn't it great you guys were sending pictures? I've had a few more pictures sent to me. Hi, Desiree. I've had a few more pictures sent to me. Let me just wait a minute. Hi. Hi then. I've had a few more pictures sent to me. I need to just... Hi, Pamela. How's Pamela today? I want to do a walk where I'm not walking past people. I'm trying to avoid people. So, you know, I know we've had some serious live streams this morning concerning trolls and fake YouTube channels, fake Elvis channels, fake Elvis fans, but I do forgive these people. I have no hard feelings for these people. I don't dislike them or hate them. I just don't agree with them, and I do defend myself. All right, your husband's home now. I hope he's okay, Pamela. The weather's gone all nice. It's very mild. I'm 150 miles north of New York City. This is New York State. Right, okay, thank you, Frederick. Obviously, to me, in England, near Bristol, in Weston-super-Mare, my hometown, New York to me sounds amazing. I just think of Frank Sinatra and Gene Kelly, yeah, in their sailor uniforms. It's anything American. The British people really love America. And anything American for the British people like me is pizzazz. It's pizzazz. It's like, wow, America. It's like Tony lives in Rhode Island. It's like, wow, Rhode Island. Yeah, you get it? Even talking to people that live in Memphis, it's like, wow, Memphis. It's the same town as Graceland. Yeah, it's just, yeah, New York, New York. And I love that film. I can't remember what it's called. Like Singing in the Rain. I love that. Gene Kelly. I'm singing in the rain. Oh, I love that film. Love it, love it, love it. Come on, we all do. Don't we all love the sort of 40s films, early 50s films? So Desiree lived in New York for 20 years. That's funny when you go American, they love the English. Yeah. Yeah, the Americans I think the Americans like England and like the British accent. Can I ask you guys, does my accent sound very odd and English? What do I sound like? Do I sound like a farmer? Do I have a British accent? Because we talk... What do you think of the British accent, people? What do you think of the British accent? Can I ask you? Because 40% of you are in America, 20% of you are in England, then we get Australians, Canadians. So Debbie, your accent is Cockney. Very strong British accent, love it. Carolyn, that's funny you say that. Debbie, she said that the channel was shit. I said, wanted till everyone was go. Who said the channel was shit? I missed that. Ah, thanks Elizabeth. Angie, we love the British people, yeah. We're a good bunch. We're a good bunch. I think we're kind. Hey, Richie boy, we're doing a dog walk, mate. Elizabeth, you like the British accent. I mean, obviously, I don't feel like I've got an accent. I don't feel like I've got an accent. My parents were Greek Cypriot. Louis, there was a troll after this morning's live. All right, we always get a few, don't we? Which one was it? Get a shave. Yeah, I need a shave, Richie boy. I still want to thank Margaret. Richie boy, did you watch the live stream where I thanked you? I did a live stream, 2 live streams, part 1 and part 2, defending Elvis against these fake Elvis channels, EP Fan Archive and Elvis A to Z. And I personally thanked Richie boy and... Yeah, you saw it. Yes, mate, the second one. Yeah, I did it in both. You and Margaret. You get a medal, mate. Do you know what I like most about it, Richie boy and Margaret? One day Margaret will join us so I can personally thank her. What I like most about it is I didn't ask you to do it. You just did it because you wanted to. That's what makes it more special. Now remember, I could have, if I wanted to, I could have got 100 people to go onto those live streams. I could have just messaged everyone. Couldn't I? I knew about them. I knew they were going to happen. You know, I'm on about the live stream that Elvis A to Z did. I could have sent 100 people there. I didn't. I did nothing. The people that went there, which was only really Richie boy and Margaret, went because they wanted to. Yeah, we love Leeds. We love Leeds. How's Leeds doing in the Football Cup? Let me just get through here. Go. We love Leeds. Now, when I grew up, Richie boy, we were Liverpool fans, all Manchester United fans. That's what we were when I was growing up. Oh, mate. Anyway, as I was saying, so the whole scam with Priscilla, why has the world fallen for it? Why don't people disagree with Priscilla? Top of the league, mate. Oh, my son will be interested in that. My son will love that because my son is obsessed with football. Top of the league, Leeds. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. But anyway, so you got this scam that's happening with Priscilla. You know, in the early 80s, she realised she could write a book and say what she wants. Priscilla realised no one was going to disagree with her of the second division. Right, okay. Priscilla realised no one was going to disagree with her. No one was going to stand up to her. Now, I think she gradually worked this out. Because I think initially when she first left Elvis, split up from Elvis, I think she sort of was very low-key and quite quiet. I'm talking about 77, 78, 79. Right, and let me get past these people. So I actually think that Priscilla at first felt like a victim, you know, felt like she was hated by the Elvis fans, which I think was true. I think when Priscilla first left Elvis, the fans were very upset with her. I know that many of you say that Elvis filed for the divorce. I know that. But she's the one that demanded it. Now, I agree Elvis filed for the divorce, but she demanded it. I've never believed this bullshit that they were friends. I have never believed that Elvis and Priscilla were friends. They can't have been, because too much went on with the two divorce settlements. Obviously unfaithful with Mike Stone, unfaithful with Steve Peck, the dance instructor. She's there demanding more money right till the day he died. Yeah. So I've never believed that they were happy or friends. Never. Let's get past these people. Come on. Sorry. Honestly, guys, I've never thought that because it doesn't make sense. You know, they say that Elvis sang "I Will Always Love You" as they walked out of the divorce. Priscilla in interviews has always said, "Oh, we were better apart. We were better apart." Nah. She said Elvis would turn up unannounced to talk to her. He would never have known what. Yeah, maybe he did turn up unannounced sometimes, but yeah, because he wants to see his daughter. He wants to see Lisa. We know Elvis worshipped his daughter. So my point is, how can you be good friends and get on really well when you're arguing over Lisa, arguing over money, arguing over property, arguing over divorce settlements, arguing over custody? So, nah. I do think Elvis was civil, friendly, respectful. I do think Elvis wanted Lisa Marie to believe everything was okay because he worshipped her. Her feelings were very important to him. So I do think that he put on a front that they were happy and everything was fine even after the divorce. But how could they have been? How could they have been? Her being unfaithful with Mike Stone was so serious and severe. Come on, just imagine. So if Elvis finds out about Mike Stone around 1972, and he was obviously very angry. The book Elvis What Happened says he was climbing up the walls with anger. Yeah. What? So then suddenly they're best friends on the day of the divorce? It doesn't make sense. She was unfaithful with Mike Stone. Then she grabs Lisa Marie. Almost forces her, in my opinion, to live with a complete stranger, Mike Stone. Yeah. So, in an apartment that Elvis probably paid for, that Elvis may have decorated, yeah? So poor Lisa Marie is dragged away from the father who she adores and worships to live with the karate champion Mike Stone, a complete stranger, this giant of a man. Could you imagine how weird that was for Lisa Marie Presley? To suddenly be living with this strange man who's a karate champion, this big hunk of a man. She's not with her father, Elvis Presley. There's no way that they were all happy, playing happy families. You think about it, yeah? You can find, if you go on Google, you will see the pictures showing Mike Stone parading around with Priscilla, with Lisa Marie. Sometimes they're out and about, sometimes they're shopping. There's no way that that Lisa Marie would have been happy with that. Come on, seriously. Does anyone for a second think that poor little Lisa Marie, who was so young, would have been like, oh yeah, okay then, let's go and live with Mike Stone? It's just not happening, is it, guys? It doesn't make any sense at all. So I will never fall for this con that Priscilla and Elvis got on well. We're happier apart. Priscilla has said it in many interviews. We were better apart. We were better apart. Yeah, Pamela, it must have been horrific. Come on, we all remember our childhood. All of us. Could you imagine being dragged away from your father who you worship to live with a complete stranger? I can't think of anything more horrible. And how old would she, does anyone know how old she was when Priscilla announced it? Well, we can work it out. I think she walked out in 1972. So how old was she in 1972? We can work it out, can't we? She was born on the 1st of February, 1968, yeah? Yeah, it is awful. Carolyn, it is awful. So you think about it, 1st of February 1968, they were in the process of divorce, yeah, in 72, so she's around 4, yeah? So now Tino, my son, is 4. Now Tino is very aware of me. He fully knows I'm his dad. He fully knows his mum's his mum. You know, I'm very, very, very close to my kids, very close, yeah? Could you imagine if Aurora, my wife, said to me, I'm going to live with a karate instructor and I'm taking Lisa Marie with me? Seriously, imagine, so you've got Yasmin, Tino, my 2 kids. Yeah, Linda, you're right, heartbreaking. Yasmin and Tino. Yasmin is 8, Tino is 4. Could you imagine that suddenly overnight Aurora, my wife, says, right, off we go. We're going to go and live with a karate champion in a small apartment. Bearing in mind, I'm not sure which home they were in. Does anyone know what home they were in when Priscilla divorced Elvis? Because I always get confused on this. Were they in Graceland? Probably not, I don't know. What home was Lisa Marie living in? I miss Frederick, say that again? Yeah, you're Richie boy, you're right. Our kids, we worship them. If our wives took them away, it's devastating. I don't know if we'd ever get over it. So does anyone know what home they were living in when they split up, when they divorced? I'd like to know. 2 right, they come first. Seriously, does anyone know what? I'm interested. I should know this, really. What home were they living in when they split up? I don't think it was Graceland. Now, I do think after the divorce, Elvis went back to Graceland because we know that Lisa Marie would stay at Gracelands for the summer. Sometimes attended the concerts. Does anyone know? Oh, Carolyn, that's... You have to forgive, don't you, Carolyn? Isn't it funny how we had complicated parents? A home in Pacific Palisades. Is that where they were living? Living in Gracelands at the time. So, Karen, are you sure about that? Are you sure they were living at Gracelands? I know that obviously Elvis went back to Gracelands. They always lived at Gracelands, just had other houses. Ah, right, that makes more sense. So they lived at Gracelands and they would stay at other houses. Right, got it. Right, I got it. Because obviously on the first divorce settlement, the houses came up. It was the Pacific Palisades. So Frederick, obviously I'm not from America, so I'm not sure, yeah? So, okay, so they lived at Gracelands, I get that, but then they would stay at different houses. Because obviously, Priscilla, in the book Elvis and Me, she clearly says that when she was having her dance lessons with Steve Peck, she calls him Mark in the book, she clearly says that she would think about Steve Peck. Joanne, just to say, all right, Joanne, hi Joanne, I missed that comment, say it again. Thanks for your support, Joanne. I've been reading all your comments. All of you guys, you've been very supportive. You've given me a lot of comments against these bullies. These bullies that have been, these fake Elvis fans, these fake Elvis channels. I've had a lot of support from you guys. But anyway, so yeah, I see it. I do understand what you're saying. They had, the base was Gracelands, and then they would go around the houses. Isn't it true that Elvis paid for the apartment to be decorated as part of the divorce settlement? Oh, thanks, Richie boy. It has been a weird week. It has been a weird week, definitely. I like to think I've made my case, of which I'm certain. Guys, did I tell you that Kyle off EP Fan Archive reported me to YouTube to try and get me struck off a YouTube strike? Did I tell you? The funny thing is, they messaged me. Seriously, guys, did I tell you? Kyle applied for a YouTube strike against me today. And YouTube said, no, it's fair use. It's freedom of speech. So unlucky. I would never understand these people. I used like a 30-second clip of his short that he did. And then he reported me to YouTube for, made a copyright claim against me. It's an absolute joke. Yeah, unlucky. And they messaged me very quickly saying, you have been reported, but we have disagreed with the claimant. It's under the rules of fair use, everything is okay. You don't have to delete the video. There is no strike against you. Kyle, when are you going to realize that YouTube don't care? Because, no, they do care, but what I mean is, it's fair use. They go by the laws of the country. You are allowed to use short clips and review them and critique them, and it's not a copyright infringement. So you're wasting your time. And even if they did give me a strike, so what? One strike is not going to harm my channel. I have no YouTube strikes at the moment. I have no YouTube strikes at the moment. So, bleh. Unlucky. Stop lying about me. Stop lying about me. Stop calling me a bully, because it's pathetic, because you're the bully. Kyle, you are the bully. You are the harasser. You and the stalkers and Rick and his mates. You're the bullies. Anyway, I don't want to talk about them. I'm bored of them. So Priscilla writes the book. It's a massive bestseller. I heard that it sold 3 million copies straight away. The moment it was released, 3 million. It's obviously sold a lot more than that. It's probably sold like 10 million copies now, hasn't it? Yeah? So what did Priscilla realize? That she could sit in an interview and be interviewed by any news company in the world. Yeah, any news company in the world, and they weren't going to disagree with anything she said. This is the weird thing, guys. Priscilla realized that the public were very gullible, even stupid, and no matter what story she made up in her book, in her interviews, they believed her. Poor Elvis could not defend himself. So she could say whatever she wanted and no one was going to disagree with her. I'll never understand it though. I will never understand how these very intelligent interviewers, news companies, tabloids, magazines, around the world, in every country, just were like, yep, whatever you say, yep. Priscilla, you say what you want, yep. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. It's almost like everyone was dumbed out, like, let's just believe what she says. So when you watch these old interviews in the early 80s, I think there's a couple in the late 70s, and then through the 80s, through the 90s, and these interviewers keep asking the same old boring questions. Oh, wasn't you 14? And then she gives the impression that they were together from the age of 14. She gives the impression that she moved to Graceland age 15, when we know she was nearly 18. They just go along with it. She doesn't disagree with them. Oh yes, you know, I was only 14 when I met him, and then she acts as if they were together every day from age 14 till the day they divorced in 1973, yeah? But which is basically, I think, 14 years, right? But the truth is, they were really properly only together, I would say, let's say at a push, 1963, they were sort of together, but Elvis was still seeing other people. They get married in 66. She's unfaithful by April of 68. Then it's all over, really. So come on, at best it's between 3 and 5 years that they were together, but unhappy together. But she gives them the impression that they were together for 14 years. It doesn't make sense. I would say many of the interviewers treat her as if they were still married when he died. Many of the interviewers, I think, don't even realise that they'd had a divorce. Seriously, guys. Many of the interviewers don't even know they divorced. 100% they think that the only person she was unfaithful to was Mike Stone. Innit? You speak to most people that think they know what they're talking about. They'll bring up Mike Stone, the karate champion. Yeah? They'll blame Elvis. They'll say that she was unfaithful to Elvis with Mike Stone, but then they'll say it was Elvis's fault. This is the con, guys. They won't mention the unfaithfulness with Steve Peck. They won't even mention it. So it doesn't make sense. She's got away with murder. This big scam, the Priscilla scam that has been going on. Yeah, Pamela, she gets described as a widow. Madness. Right, let's get past these cars before I get run over. I just think, honestly, I just don't get it, guys. I don't understand it. I don't understand why these very intelligent, well-educated people that work for these tabloids and news companies just believe it. Even Sofia Coppola making the film Priscilla. Now, Sofia Coppola had an opportunity to do something good with that film, didn't she? She could have done something very special to honour Elvis. She could have been respectful to Priscilla as well. But instead, she chose to model the film on the book Elvis and Me. Why? Now, Sofia Coppola, she is a renowned filmmaker, yeah? Film director, whatever you want to call it. Now, why she didn't do something interesting, why she copied a story that was 40 years old, more or less, to make the film Priscilla, I'll never understand it. Now, the only thing that really makes sense is that she wanted Priscilla on side. She wanted Priscilla to support her with the film, to help the success of the film. So to keep Priscilla on side, she followed the storyline of the book Elvis and Me that was made in 1985. And I think this was a massive mistake. I think Sofia Coppola deciding to make the film based on the book Elvis and Me was the reason it flopped. Because it's old news. The book Elvis and Me, it's old news. People have heard it all a million times. So they come to watch the film, Priscilla's film, Sofia Coppola. They go to the cinemas, not many, and it's the same old storyline that they've heard a million times. So why would they have... Now, at least Baz Luhrmann, he did try and... He used the same old storyline, but he did sort of give it a load of pizzazz, didn't he? And he chose a very good person, Austin Butler. So at least the Elvis biopic by Baz Luhrmann was a bit pizzazzy. Obviously, we know Lisa Marie loved that film. She loved Austin Butler. But I don't know. You know, this large amount of money that's invested to make a film like Priscilla, you know, Sofia Coppola's one, but no good imagination. Let's have a look. I can't read the long comments. Sorry, Frederick. Obviously, you can read them. I don't get it. I don't get it. I will never understand why when they did decide to make the Priscilla film, why they based it on the book Elvis and Me. Don't get it. A book that has a lot of non-truths in it. A book where the truth has been twisted and changed, and that actually we can't even prove half of any of it is real. I always say this to people. You don't really know what happened in Germany, in Bad Nauheim. No one really knows, do they? No one really knows what really went on when they first met. No one really knows what went on when Priscilla first moved to Graceland. No one really knows. Obviously, we know she lived with Vernon and Dee for a while, but we weren't flies on the wall. We weren't flies on the wall. We don't know. So there's a lot of just made up stuff happening, I think, with many documentaries, many biographies, many movies, TV series that concern Elvis. And the sad thing is, Elvis isn't there to defend himself. Elvis can't jump up and go, that ain't right. That never happened. You're a liar. He can't do it. And now, it's so sad, even Lisa Marie, she can't get up and disagree with these people. She can't do it. They're getting away with murder. So now Riley, Finley and Harper have to pick up the pieces and try to hold their head up high and defend their mother and defend their grandfather. And this is why we are called Defending Elvis Presley, because we expose the lies. I keep repeating it. Anyone that thinks Elvis doesn't need defending, you're mad. You're mad. If you do any basic, if you do anything basic, I'm on about research now, guys. Any basic research, you know Elvis needs defending. You know Lisa Marie needs defending. We want justice for Lisa Marie against the abuse, the alleged abuse of Michael Edwards. So anyway, guys, I'm home. I hope you enjoyed that. And that's me till tomorrow, guys. That's me till tomorrow. So thanks for joining me. Thanks to everyone. It's been an interesting live. We've done quite a few lives today, guys. So we're on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto at the moment. Take it easy, guys. I'm going to go. I'm home. I'm back home. Thanks, guys, for joining me. Love you all. You're the best.